Hello everyone, it's Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is our weekly angelic message for the week beginning January 21st, 2019. A very special happy birthday to my sister Kim. So let's get into it. So we start off this week's Autowrite by saying a severe turn. Yes, this may be jarring for some, a welcome change for others. It's over now. It's done. So a lot of us are experiencing the closing of a chapter. I was going to say closure. The closing of a chapter, experiencing closure. And some of you, they're saying that you're realizing now what needs to be done. So does that mean that relationships are going to end? It depends on each individual person, all right? But definitely you're figuring out, I don't want to do this anymore in whatever area of your life, and you're finding a new way to move forward. Okay, it's all over now. The lesson is done. Let it be as it will be. Let yourself heal. So give ourselves a little bit of room here. Now, for some of us, I think what might be coming through this week is something completely brand new. I have to jump on this. I have to hurry up and figure this out. And yet there's still this message here of, but take it easy. Don't spin out of control. Don't get yourself super stressed to the point where you're working against yourself. That makes sense? Okay. No, you did not fail. So for some of you, something is over and that ending doesn't look the way you thought. Now, if for some of you, if you're going through a divorce, I am sorry that that's happening to you. But if you're experiencing something like that, you might start to get these ideas. I hear it all the time, like, oh, I failed in my marriage. There's no such thing, okay? There's no such thing as failing in a marriage, and this is what I mean. You get with people in certain times of your life because that's what you're supposed to do, and that's how you learn. And things don't end until you are done with that lesson. Now, there's some exceptions to that. Like, for example, when somebody goes from like a marriage and then they go right into another relationship, well, you didn't have enough time to decompress and collect yourself and get to know who you are now in this new state post lesson, right? And so you're going to walk right into a similar situation. You're going to relearn your lesson. But this is saying you didn't fail, okay? Even if you're doing that, it's just, you're still moving on with the lesson and for some people. But if that's not the case for you, you have not failed, okay? Does that make sense? Now, for some of you too, maybe you were trying a project and you thought, well, I'm going to see this to the end. And all of a sudden you realize, I can't do this anymore. I can't put any more energy into this. I did that with my books. I just got to the point where, after getting taken advantage of financially by an editor who ended up not even editing my book and then wanted more money out of me, getting turned down by all these publishers, it just got to the point where I was like, enough, And it's really easy to sit back and go, I failed as a writer. But sometimes, it's more about the lesson, right? What did I learn about that process? What did I learn about myself in it? And once that's done, you can step away from it. Yes? So some of you might be moving on in jobs. Some of you have kids going away. They're moving out of the house. And you might feel like, oh my gosh, I failed as a human because now what do I do now? I have all this, I have an empty nest. Like, what am I supposed to do? And you might feel as though you didn't develop yourself enough. And so you don't have a life without your kids. Whatever your particular scenario is, you did not fail. Okay. You did not fail. It's just the ending of a chapter. Okay. Sorry, all those examples were popping up, so I thought I would just pass them along. Actually, you have succeeded. So they said, no, you did not fail. Actually, you have succeeded. You have graduated. You will experience life in new ways. So a new perspective, a new feeling. Some of the people out there who watch this, if you are somebody, and you probably don't even realize it, but maybe you're suffering from something, okay? And maybe it affects your perspective of people, of life. You're going to see a huge shift around that. All right, where were we? Will this cure all? Not so fast, dear ones, for you have signed on for a human life, not an easy one. Right? So just remember that. You're still in here to learn human lessons. New directions. Do not be afraid, for you will shine if your heart is unburdened. And I would add in there too, and I was getting this feeling of if your heart is pure. If you're somebody who has signed off to be in the negative side of life, you know, a lot of this stuff is not going to pertain to you. All right. If you want to continue to be in that, you know, harming others, I can't admit, well, I can't say that those people don't watch these videos, because they watch to harm, but they watch to, you know, kind of feed off of the other people who are watching or whatever. So those people may not experience this, but hopefully if there's still a glimmer of like a soul light left, right, in some people out there, hopefully that will grow and expand and they can be healed. All right. I know it's too much to get into here. We're just going to have to take it as it is. All right. Here we go. This was really interesting. Fame for fame's sake will diminish. So we're not putting up with that anymore. Like, why are we, you know, worshiping this person? We shouldn't do that anyway. But why are we putting these people on a pedestal? Fame for fame's sake will diminish. There will be purity in your collective, though it will be slow to be seen. Be patient. The times are changing. Love all angels. Now, we're seeing a lot of that, especially with social media. We see people out there just, you know, being famous for being ridiculous, or, you know, being famous for whatever. They say a silly phrase and they go viral, right? And they're telling us that is going to start turning. Like, our principles are going to start kind of coming together, and we're going to go, you know what, we just innately just don't find that interesting anymore. We're not interested in watching people's drama so much. Now, again, that's not going to happen overnight. As they say, this is a slow process. It could take years for us to finally get to that. But just remember, I mean, think of where we were 15 years ago, you know? I mean, gay marriage wasn't legal. There was all this age shaming, fat shaming. Fat shaming is still a thing. So is age shaming, you know, but we're getting better now, and people are starting to really see what's wrong with that. And they might even pause for themselves if they hear themselves say something or think something, or, you know, we're all going to start evaluating, okay, maybe that's not the best approach. Maybe we do need to be kinder and more accepting, because we never know what somebody else's story is. All right, let's get on to the cards. Okay, so before we get to pulling the cards, I want to tell you a few things. First of all, personal readings. As always, if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, angelsouls444.com, the services tab. I do need to announce, there seems to be this misunderstanding. When I post something that says, hey, I'm running ahead of schedule on readings, that means it's like first come, first serve. So if I have a bunch of people, and I try to keep you alert. If I had a free week and I was able to really get a lot of work done, I always let you guys know that. That way you can get in line for a reading. But what people are doing is they're waiting several days, or they're waiting like a couple of weeks and then wondering why they didn't get their reading in 10 days. When I announce it, at that moment, I'm ahead of schedule. But if a bunch of people crowd in ahead of you, you're going to have to wait, okay? So just be aware of that. Now, Gumroad, you guys, I'm putting up all kinds of content over there every month. There are extra readings, so you can head on over there. I have courses there, meditations, and I just put up a video, a course, however you want to see it, on energetically cleansing your home. All of that information is down below. When you go to the Gumroad page, you can either click on one of the tabs for a subject area where you want to be led to whatever course I have on one particular archangel, what have you, but scroll down the page, or if you're on a device, you might have to scroll up, but that's where all the videos are, okay? And Gumroad has changed their format a little bit. You have to kind of hover over the description. You'll see a little arrow point on that. There, click on that arrow, and you'll get taken over to where you can get the digital content. Having said that, it is imperative, please hear me on this. Someone's going to skip over this whole intro, and then they're going to be the person complaining because all their content is gone. With personal readings and with any digital content that you purchase from me, you must immediately download it to your computer. It is not enough to just save the email with the link. I don't know how much longer I might be using Gumroad. I don't know. I don't know what 2019 is going to bring, but definitely with personal readings, I have to erase those. So please go back and make sure that is downloaded, because once I do the clean sweep, once it's gone, it's gone. There, of course, is no redoing it, okay? So make sure that it is in a safe place. Now, more and more and more. I am going to use one of the first decks that I ever purchased. This one and the Mermaids deck. Those were the two I I started my card readings with. This is the Messages from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm going to pull some cards for the reading from this, and then the crystal deck and a card from the color deck. Why the heck not? Okay, so let's just have a little throwback reading this week and let's see what's coming up. Again, happy birthday to my sister Kim. Her birthday is today on January 21st. Hopefully she's doing okay. She's a double Aquarius, so I hope she's doing okay with the eclipse. All right. Oh, and a special thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Again, all that information is down below if you want to support me on Patreon as well. Okay, so what do we have here? I just want to pull all of them. So we have Seraphina. Seraphina is a baby card. Hang tight. We're going to get to it. Raphael, a lot of healing, a lot of illumination, heart healing, opening our hearts, less judgment towards one another. And not in like this false way, because really what we've been living in for the past few years is people being in this false state of non-judgment. Oh, I don't judge people. I don't do that. But you just in your political views, for example, if you say, oh, I'm super open-minded, but you hate everybody who believes opposite of you, right? Or you're judging somebody because they eat a certain way, or, people are still incredibly judgmental. We just had to go through that messy period of pretending like we're not judging, but we still are. Raphael shows up in this reading today. We'll read that card here in a moment. But to say, heal your own heart, because when, that's where our anger comes from. When we're not healed, when we feel like, hey, nobody ever helped me growing up, why should I help you? Right? It's that kind of thing. All right. Then we have Rochelle. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Boy, this is like chilling out and really enjoying life. And this is my favorite card in the deck. First of all, I just love the artwork, but this is the yes card. Okay? Yes, we have new beginnings, new openings. Let me just, again, get the whole card reading. Okay. Once again, I had the decks behind me. Why didn't I pull them out? I don't know. I don't know why I do the things I do. All right. So let's get a crystal card to see what kind of crystal. And I won't take this format every single week. You guys know right now my favorite cards are the crystals and the color deck, just because they're very, very therapeutic. You know what I mean? And they have a broad base of understanding. And that's cool when we're doing general readings. Okay. Our crystal card. One more. There it is. No, there's two. I lied. This is going to be a long reading this week. Holy cow. So we have Shadakai teacher. So you're learning your lessons. You're letting the universe be your own best teacher. And we're working towards balance. And I feel like this very much goes in with all these other cards. Because it is like if you want to get to where you want to get to, you need to give yourself some space to be balanced and to not contrive and twist all the meanings up in your mind, which we do as humans. Okay. And then the color card part. I'm doing this on the fly. Now I'm kind of regretting it. I'm like, these are a lot of cards to read in a quick general weekly. We'll get it though. We'll get there. Color card, please. We have bronze. Strengthen your body. The number is 14. So let's just start from the beginning. I shall put these in order. Boom, boom, boom. Don't mind me while I get organized. Okay. Here's our 7 cards. You guys ready? You guys ready to get down? Okay. So first, as I said, we have Seraphina. I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Now, this can be taken very literally. Perhaps someone is announcing a pregnancy. This could be an adoption that goes through. Someone's being added to the family. Or this could be someone announcing that they're about to get married. The whole idea here, though, is that even if there are none of those announcements happening for some of you out there, there's still a change in the dynamic of the family, whether that's healing, whether that is, you can let go of some anger, some resentment, and the new dynamic is one of forgiveness and one of reconnection and one of getting to know one another. Now, some of you out there are always very, very concerned about your families being safe. Keep praying. As always, the kids are all right. Everyone is okay. For some of you who are a little worried about if you are getting news of a pregnancy, you might be a little concerned about someone's health around being pregnant. Perhaps they're a little bit older. or maybe they have had problems in the past, you will need to take extra precautions. But again, it's a general reading. I can't, and I'm not a predictive person. I don't do that. I mean, sometimes predictive like things come up. This stuff, it's like really trying to read the mind of the universe and try to predict what your choices are going to be. All right. I mean, if all goes well, then you'll have that particular outcome, but just take extra care and keep the faith, I think, is what we're talking about here. Okay, then we have Archangel Raphael. I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Now, let's be careful with that. That's so circa 1990 something. Like, are you a healer or a messenger? Are you here to, blah, 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 like, we started to grow and develop in our spirituality. We started realizing that it's not as simple as just all that. Archangel Raphael, when he shows up, this is heart healing. As this says, physical challenges in yourself and others. Please don't go around acting like you're going to heal everybody, but maybe they don't want that kind of help. Or acting as if like, you got everything all figured out, and so now you're going to try and heal everyone else. See why that's problematic? It's problematic. So Raphael shows up to say, this is about humans connecting with humans. It's about the pain of so many centuries that has been passed down over and over and over again. It's really given us a chance to let that go. And so that we can see the beauty in another person, whether it's a friend, a colleague, a stranger on the street, a love partner, whatever the case may be, right? Raphael is also, when we talk about soulmate lessons, a lot of people don't realize that Archangel Raphael is very connected with soulmate connections. And it's another very circa 1990 something with the whole idea of soulmates and soulmates being your ideal love partner. That is so not true, okay? That's so not true. Let me be the one to deliver that message to you. Careful asking for a soulmate, man. They bring all the tough lessons. They're the ones that are pain in the tuchus, okay? I mean, they're pain in the behind, okay? Like, don't go down that road. Soulmates come in to help us grow, and we help them grow as well. It doesn't mean that there has to be a romantic connection there. Again, it could be a stranger on the street that you talk to for 5 seconds and they say something really profound, and then you're like, oh, okay. Like, that totally woke me up. Again, Raphael's all about the illumination aspect of life, seeing the truth of something. So this is profound. This is a big deal. So see what happens this week. What opens up your mind? What opens up your eyes? Okay. Then we have Rochelle. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, which is interesting because Raphael oversees the heart chakra. As you follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So we have love, we have connection with other human beings, we have prosperity. But notice what this says. You got to follow the guidance of your heart. If you are coming too much from an intellectual space, this is what society tells me makes me money. So that's the route. That's the route I'm going to take. That's the road I'm going to go down. Route and road. They're both trying to come out of my mouth at once. But when you follow and ease into the energy of the heart space, when you're in balance, because we have that balance card, that's where. Yeah, they're saying stop trying to contrive your lives. So when you do that and you leave a little room for the universe can show you what's possible. Okay? Then we have Isabella. She says, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. We're having a new perspective. I'm not going to lie to you guys. For some people, this could come as like a shocking revelation, a shocking event, what have you. And this is saying, don't worry. You're having a fresh start. This is a good thing. Okay? This is a good thing so that you can move on. And this is saying yes to yourself. And this is, you can see maybe there that she is nude. And this is having nothing to hide. This is saying, not taking it anymore. I'm just going to shed my old way and move on in a new direction. Now, we as humans, we always want the details, right? I've actually heard people get really upset, oh, just tell me what to do, or just answer my question, or whatever. The angels are not here to interfere with your free will choices, okay? And a lot of what you're doing here in a human body is learning to find your way back to God, source, creator, to kind of work out of that human amnesia, but also to learn how to co-create your own existence, to make things happen for you. And yeah, you might be on a roller coaster. You might have a really good day and then a bad day, and whatever. But this Isabella card is saying things are possible, and you're seeing that they are possible. You just need to say yes. Now, say yes in a discerning way, because some of you are coming from a certain energy, perhaps where you're attracting in, maybe you attract in a toxic person. And you think, well, I said this week to say yes to that person. And so you just dive in and do it. And what you're missing, the point of this whole reading, is to be illuminated, to look at everything with fresh eyes, to be discerning, to listen to your instincts. What is your gut telling you? If something pops up and maybe it's self-doubt, self-doubt is going to be very intellectual. It's going to be very much up in the ego. A sensory experience that's trying to warn you will be felt throughout your whole body. I used to have this person that intellectually everybody kept saying, oh, this person's such a good person, this person's such a good person. But when he would come around me, my whole body would go into like panic mode and I would start quivering, and I felt like my muscles, like all this adrenaline was just pulsing through me and my muscles were tightening up. That's not good, okay? Your body will be a good sort of alarm system. So do you see the difference? Like if you're just self-doubting, going, oh, I can't, that's going to be all up here, yes? If something doesn't feel right, if a toxic person is coming into your world, you're going to feel that throughout the whole of your body, okay? So then we have the crystal cards. We have Shadakite Teacher. So life is teaching you something. There's a culmination of a lesson. The chapter is ending. As we said in the Autowrite, it is done now. You have been your own best teacher in a lot of ways. And other people will continue to show you the way and show you things that you need to understand about yourself. But this is also a peaceful approach. It's a peaceful approach to learning and having gratitude for what you have been taught. All right. It's going to be, I'm very interested to see what goes on, you know, and sometimes it seems like on the surface, like, oh, it's just a boring week, nothing happened, right? Because we get it up in our head that, oh, you know, extreme change has to mean I get my dream home, and that's possible. But if that doesn't happen this week, okay, if a house doesn't fall out of the sky and just land right in front of you and it says, here's the key, you know, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of times the most profound work is happening internally and you're not going to see it outside of you. And if you are so concerned and so hung up on judging your successes in life based on what you have outside of you, you've missed the point. Start back at the beginning. All right. So then we have Baji stones. Balances is Archangel Sandalphon kind of energy. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Stay balanced, stay grounded, and it'll be from this balanced state that you will be able to create. And you will be able to, mostly right now, I think for this week, part of your creating energy is allowing. Aha! People are going to be like, oh my God, comment down below. Michelle, I'm so sick of you saying allowing. Well, what they say, I have to say, right? So, and what they mean by allowing is just kind of let go. Let go of what you think things should look like. Let go of what you think things should be. And let some new possibilities be known to you. Okay? So then finally we have bronze. Strengthen your body. The number is 14. This is definitely talking about, you know, don't forget that you're human. Take care of your human bodies. Rest when you need rest, especially if you feel like a big change is coming. You might need to retreat a little bit. Check out my daily readings. There was some messaging around that as well, where it's like, you know, at some point you're going to have to sit back and meditate and, you know, strengthen up your body before you can take action, before you can take outward action. Okay? Just give yourselves a chance. Things may not be going the way you think they should this week, and that could stress a lot of people out. But really, it can be like, okay, so that happened. Okay, I'm going to just take a minute. I'm going to strengthen my body. I'm going to take care of myself. And then boom, the idea is there. All right? So we're going to leave it there, guys. I'm sending you so much love, and take care.
Better than all of the others. Just us. Said we would let things come between us and let